A white screen appears, then the 30th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act logo breaks like stone across the screen. Video of the signing of the Americans with Disabilities Act in July of 1990 at the White House.
As we celebrate the anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, Northeast ADA Center Director Wendy Strobel-Gower takes a realistic look at where we are 30 years after the Civil Rights Law was signed.
In some areas, we've made a lot of progress. There are a lot of employers who really have thought about how to include people with disabilities in the workforce and are making, really strong efforts towards doing so. And there are some employers who are not in that place and they are not ready to include people with disabilities. We still see people struggle to get jobs, struggle to get equal pay. In community life, a lot of places of public accommodation, which are places like restaurants, hotels, stuff like that, they're really ready to welcome people with disabilities. People with disabilities as a whole have a lot of disposable income. And when you consider both people with disabilities and their family members, that is a very large segment of the market.
Video of people in a meeting in an office building, followed by a picture of a German Shepherd service dog.
Sometimes resistance to including people with disabilities comes in the form of a lack of knowledge or willingness to offer accommodations or effective communication. Or sometimes people see service animals as simply animals and not as tools to help people mitigate disabilities.
Part of the issue that I think it's difficult to get to a really good place with the ADA is that in order to enforce the ADA, people with disabilities have to file complaints. So they have to say, what you did to me was not okay, and I'm going to report you in order to get change. And that creates almost an adversarial relationship between places like small businesses who are trying to survive and provide services. When they don't do a good job, someone has to say, that wasn't good enough, I'm going to report you, and now you have to work with the government to come to a solution. Versus just people working together in their own communities to ensure that everyone has access.
Screenshots of the Northeast ADA Center's Small Business Toolkit at the website smallbusinessatwork.org.
The Northeast ADA Center offers a resource to businesses to help promote full inclusion at work and in communities.
We built a tool called the Small Business at Work Toolkit that just provides some information for small business. It's based on a research study that we did with small employers to say, what is it that you need to know about disability and about the ADA that you don't know? We found out during that research study that their primary source of information about including people with disabilities was Google, which are not sources that are vetted, or there's no real research component to a lot of the information you find that way. So we basically brought together some resources that we know are accurate and we know are in areas that employers needed, and put them together in a tool that's free. So small employers can just go there and learn more about including people with disabilities, learn more about the ADA, learn more about reasonable accommodation, and learn more about the business case for including people with disabilities.
That information can be paired with the technical assistance that the Northeast ADA Center offers. You can call the center with questions, and the Northeast ADA Center experts can explain what the law requires and how you might navigate situations.
It's not legal advice. It's more practical advice for implementing disability inclusion in the everyday life.
The Northeast ADA Center phone number is 800-949-4232, and you can also connect with the Northeast ADA Center at northeastada.org.